Okay. I'm here to talk, of course, about art therapy. Just a little bit to let you know, I was in, as you heard, John, I was in an aircraft accident in 2000, and it was at work. So workers' comp, kind of that whole bureaucratic thing, delays, fail first, blah, blah, blah. I hurt my back the day of the accident, but I got a spinal cord injury from the treatment, and that's what I deal with now. 5 different things, but adhesive arachnoiditis is the big one, and it kind of made the inside of my spine like a Venus flytrap. So every movement, even breath, causes micro tears in those nerves all day long. Got a lot of pain from it. And there was a lot dealing with that. Well, I used art before just for fun. Look, it's pretty landscape, it's pretty this. But it became incredibly important for the third person to say on this panel to get that out. It was very important just to make a stand on, I am here and this hurts, even if I was the only one to see it. So now I'll get back to my notes. The very first thing I said in there is getting that pain expression out of you is not only important just to clear the toxins, like you said, or like you've heard, but also there's something really powerful about having that monkey mind mulling over a problem and you just keep seeing it for this one side. When you're able to get that out, that expression, whether it's in journaling or in art, even if one of my paintings one time was just all red and I splotched it just because everything burned and hurt. But once I got that out there, my eyes could see it. And your eyes are used to analyzing pictures, photographs of everyone else's. It gives you an objectivity that you don't have when it's inside. There's an objectivity to where perhaps like you would solve someone else's problems, now you're able to solve yours because you can see it differently. The other thing that's very important about what I found, getting some of that art out is, some of that expression out, is being able to have a common language because people are used to seeing pictures and understanding, oh, that's what this means. A lot of people try to analyze our pain judging by the pain experience they've had. Well, 2 out of the 5 syndromes I have are known as the pain above pain. They're at the very top of the pain scale, even above terminal cancer. So their stubbed toe is not going to be the same thing. But I can try to draw what I'm seeing when that pain goes off and something smacks me and it feels like I see lightning in me. I put lightning down on the paper and then I can take it to a doctor and go, this is what it feels like. Right here. And sometimes when they didn't understand you before, now they see that that's real. They can then see that, and then perhaps it goes out of the realm of you're just making that up, it's in your head, to reminding them of syndromes that they heard of, symptoms that they heard of, where they say, oh, that is real, and I know what that is now. So that's a good thing, too. Get stuff on that paper and take it to your doctors. It helps. And it helps with friends. It helps with family. I'm very blessed to have an incredibly supportive family. And I'm going to cry at some point during this, so just go with it. But they are, and I was very blessed by being able to show them my art. And even though I kind of do channel Frida Kahlo, it's not exactly pretty, they could look at it and then they could see, wow, she really does toss and turn all night. Refilling the vessel is the name of that mural, and that's because one side is the pain expression. Getting that expression out, as we discussed, is important, but what's important is then refilling it. Nature hates a void. Once you dump the water out of the container, it's empty. Even black holes have stuff in them. So you can either let the world fill it up, or you can decide what goes in your body, what goes in your mind. We're so connected, soul, spirit, and body, that, especially as women, that if we can feed our soul, our emotions, our heart, with things that surround us, with things that inspire us, we can look at them on those times when our mind and our body is screaming anything but impression. Another thing on putting that back into, there was a quote, I have an American Indian heritage, And one of my nations is Cherokee, and I'm sure you've all heard of the Trail of Tears, part of an Indian removal that caused a lot of deaths, a lot of pain, as you can imagine. But the chief there was noted as one of the greatest because he was able to help the nation rebuild by this quote: "We have had a traumatic experience, and though a golden thread will always link us to the pain and to our history, we cannot keep our eyes there. Our feet will be doomed to stay on the Trail of Tears unless our eyes look forward and walk into the destiny that is surely ahead for us." I believe that, as some of my heritage teaches in our myths and our stories, that the things around us, animals, air, people, the trees, they're all animated with the same breath of Creator that we are, the same spirit of love. And those things you can begin to see are not just props. Those things are there for your inspiration. I wanted to tell you about this. One of the things that I did when I decided, as you've heard, words can be very powerful. There's something very powerful about you announcing something to yourself, like I'm going to challenge you to do. And that is, challenge yourself to see what's around you that's there for your healing. One of our old myths said that when the world was split apart and man could no longer hear what the animals and creation was saying to him, the animals decided that they would give themselves away for meat, and the herbs decided that they would make themselves there for healing. And hopefully, if man had a mindful mind, a mindful heart, he would see that. Well, there are things around you that will speak to you. I decided, and this was the challenge, if it fits with your spirituality, do this. I said, Creator, please teach my eyes to see all the things that are around me that will help in my healing. And if it doesn't fit with that, just announce it to yourself, but announce it out loud to yourself. I want to see that which is around me for my inspiration. I'd lived at this place for 6 years, the place that I am, that's a corner house right there. I've lived and walked around this block almost every day with my service dog for 6 years. I literally went by this tree 1,000 times until the day after I made that challenge to myself and asked that question, please, Creator, show me. I noticed in the fall that this thing is shaped just like a heart, and it was red. I'd been by it 1,000 times, and suddenly that tree just tickled me inside. When we're little, we realize the world's a magical place. Get that back into you again. It is. And take that little reminder of you are loved, screaming right in front of your eyes. Take it and say, yes, I am loved. I really, really am. And I began to see hearts after that everywhere. Whatever it is that inspires you, you're going to start seeing it everywhere. This was our anniversary dinner. I thought, oh, look, they cut the chicken like a heart. No, they didn't. I said, oh, this is so sweet, thank you. The waiter just kind of blinked. And I said, look, it's shaped like a heart. So he was, oh, my God, it is, chef, come here. We began to be the tourist attraction for the restaurant. But really, and take those little things as reminders that even though you can't see the things around you, you are surrounded with love. You are surrounded with care. You are surrounded with it. And I'd like you to take some of that and go put it on that mural over there and let somebody else know what that is. Because trust me, it will be wonderful. And the last thing I want to leave you with is this saying. I believe it came from Winston Churchill. At least it was attributed to him. And that is, it is going to be okay in the end. It really is. And if it's not okay yet, it's not the end. So just keep going. It'll get there. So accept that. Thank you so much.